Chosen ones, the era when the elite sat comfortably behind their walls of privilege and control, is coming to an end. Their grip is slipping, their systems unraveling, and what once felt untouchable is now exposed. The game has changed, and the rules you thought governed this world are being rewritten before your eyes. Right now, federal authorities have uncovered critical information concerning your financial reality. This isn't a warning, it's a revelation. Whether you feel prepared or not, you must face it. The question is no longer if you'll be affected, but how you will respond as the foundations begin to shake. As legal proceedings advance and hidden truths edge closer to public light, those who once operated in secrecy are growing desperate. Their long-standing dominance is collapsing. And in their desperation, they are lashing out, often not through visible means, but through subtle, psychological, and energetic warfare. The mastermind behind the redirection of your resources, the one who thrived in silence while you struggled, is now approaching a breaking point. Their carefully built fortress of deception is crumbling, and with every crack, their panic grows. You may begin to feel the tremors, intense emotional waves without accessories, vivid dreams featuring strange faces or echoes of the past, and unexplained disruptions in your technology or communications. These aren't coincidences. These are the symptoms of a crumbling power structure. Their defenses, once hidden behind legal, digital, and psychological barriers, are failing. And now their interference comes not through institutions, but through energetic backlash. So stay aware. Stay grounded. These signs are not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you. Because the shift is not only coming, it's already here. As their power structures fall apart, they're forced to resort to direct tactics they once thought unnecessary. These energetic disruptions, strange dreams, electronic glitches, unexplainable emotions, are proof of both their fear and your advancement. Such measures only surface when ordinary resistance is no longer enough, and legal proceedings have progressed beyond their ability to manipulate outcomes through the usual channels. The appearance of these desperate counterattacks is a clear confirmation that your financial restoration is close at hand, and that those responsible for diverting your resources finally realize they must be held accountable. Their willingness to risk exposure through these traceable, energetic encounters is evidence that all their traditional protective options have been exhausted. This period, though it may feel disorienting, actually marks the imminent conclusion of the restoration process and demonstrates the effectiveness of federal systems now dismantling the very operation that once targeted you. Within this pivotal phase, it's important to recognize the messengers, the authorized agents of your restoration. Divine intelligence is operating through specific individuals inside the federal apparatus, using them as chosen vessels for your case. Though they may appear to be ordinary government employees, these agents carry a unique energetic signature and are aligned with a higher directive to return your diverted resources. They experience powerful, inexplicable motivation regarding your situation, see through complexities with unusual clarity, and pursue your case with relentless persistence. These messengers are able to recognize you not by conventional means, but by subtle, energetic markers. Their intuition is activated when they come across documents tied to your case, and they experience an unshakable certainty about the correct investigative path to take. Often discovering evidence through coincidence and connecting clues by intuition that defies standard procedure. All these synchronicities reveal their unconscious function as cosmic agents working through regular institutional channels. When you encounter these messengers, understand that their communication goes beyond the surface, conveying not only official information, but also an energetic confirmation that your restoration is divinely authenticated. Their presence in your life is the tangible sign of powerful unseen forces methodically orchestrating your financial reestablishment. These special agents are able to bypass institutional barriers with remarkable ease when it comes to your case. Administrative red tape seems to disappear, departments cooperate, and resources are directed your way in ways that defy standard policy. These operational anomalies are not mere luck. They are clear signs of cosmic authorization overriding any earthly limitation, ensuring that your financial flow is fully restored. Now, as those in high places lose their grip on power, The federal authorities have something crucial to share about your money. While you've been living your everyday life, unseen forces have been tracking, recording, and building a case behind the scenes. The vast federal machine, with all its resources and technology, has uncovered truths that some never wanted to come to light. Your name now appears in classified documents, and your financial signature glows brightly on secure government screens. Make no mistake, change is here, and your restoration is unfolding. None of this is random. The very system that once acted as a protective shield for those who wronged you has now become a sword of justice, targeting the architects of your loss. Federal agents have spent countless hours piecing together clues, connecting every dot, and mapping out intricate networks that all lead directly back to your rightful resources. These investigators, serious, steadfast professionals armed with badges of authority, have unearthed undeniable proof that the funds moving through complex financial channels actually belong to you. The wheels of justice may turn slowly, but they do so with remarkable precision. Every transaction, every falsified signature, every manipulated document has been meticulously cataloged by individuals who cannot be bribed, intimidated, or led astray. This investigation is no longer in its early stages. It now stands on the brink of decisive action, with your name shining as the legitimate beneficiary of a substantial financial restoration. Those who once enjoyed untouchable luxury built on your stolen resources now tremble with anxiety, losing sleep as they watch their empires start to crumble. Calls go unanswered, messages are ignored, and former allies suddenly find pressing business elsewhere. The unraveling, once set in motion, moves swiftly and relentlessly. Boardrooms that were once filled with confident strategizing now host desperate pacing, frantic emergency meetings, and conversations that begin with accusations and end with hushed pleas. Everyone trying to decide who will take the blame, who will be sacrificed to protect the rest. Loyalty dissolves into self-preservation, and legal teams are forced to deliver news their clients never imagined receiving. The situation has grown beyond their ability to contain. For decades, they operated with assumed immunity, collecting your resources as if they were entitled. But now they experience the raw, unfamiliar reality of true vulnerability, exposed and finally facing the consequences, calibrated perfectly to fit their crimes. It's true what they say. The truth will set you free, though few that can actually bear the weight of it. Quick pause, family. If this message resonates with your soul and you'd like to support this sacred work, consider buying me a coffee. It helps keep this space alive with truth, light, and divine clarity. You'll find the link in the description. And if you're feeling called, drop the number 88 in the comments. Now let's keep going. Your money never simply vanished. It was intentionally redirected. The wealth that was always destined for your hands was funneled through an intricate web crafted by financial masterminds who used their expertise for corruption instead of justice. They conjured up fake entities, drafted misleading paperwork, set up offshore accounts, and manipulated legal loopholes, all to create the illusion that your resources had no link to you. But now, federal forensic accountants are systematically dismantling these schemes with a level of detail and determination that matches the complexity of the crime itself. They trace every digital penny on its journey, meticulously documenting how your birthright was filtered through shell companies, camouflaged in trusts, multiplied through questionable investments, and ultimately deposited in accounts controlled by those behind the theft. The sheer scope of this operation reveals its magnitude. They wouldn't have gone to such lengths for something insignificant. The resources taken from you are worth more than most can imagine, which explains the extraordinary effort to separate you from your rightful inheritance. The complexity of their methods only proves the scale of what was stolen. Yet, in the digital age, every move leaves an indelible mark. Every transaction generates a trail. Every transfer requires records. Every forged signature provides a clue. For those who know where to look, these crimes leave behind a perfect blueprint. Nothing, no matter how well hidden, ever truly disappears. All of this evidence has not disappeared. It is merely waited for discovery by those with the authority and determination to pursue it. Government representatives have already compiled preliminary documentation, and your file is now filled with compelling evidence gathered through intense and thorough investigation. Soon, the information headed your way will include precise details about resources that are rightfully yours, methodically stolen by coordinated efforts from individuals whose identities will truly shock you when exposed. What you're seeing now is only the tip of a massive operation unfolding beneath the surface. Legal mechanisms are being activated on your behalf each day. Court orders are quietly executed. Accounts are frozen without public notice, and the machinery of justice moves steadily, largely unseen, until results appear through official communications sent directly to you. When you receive this contact, it is essential that you follow the instructions to the letter, responding exactly as outlined. These carefully crafted protocols exist for a reason, streamlining the recovery process and maximizing the effectiveness of every legal maneuver designed to return your assets. Your cooperation and patience are vital. They allow these orchestrated efforts to succeed, ensuring that what was taken will be restored to you. The complex system that once concealed your assets is now fully exposed. Federal investigators have meticulously traced the entire operation from the initial diversion through elaborate laundering phases all the way to the final distribution among the conspirators. This web crosses continents, involves multiple financial institutions, and utilizes both digital and physical methods to obscure the origin and rightful ownership of significant resources. The laundering process worked through layers of complexity, with your assets entering the system through fraudulent documentation, passing through seemingly legitimate businesses, being split into countless smaller amounts, and converted into currencies, precious metals, properties, and digital assets, eventually resurfacing as what looked like legitimate holdings under the control of those who engineered the theft. Every single transaction in this laundering operation left behind digital timestamps, authentication records, and verification procedures. The blockchain keeps an indelible record. Banking systems maintain logs that cannot be erased. And even the most cunning financial crimes leave behind patterns that trained investigators can now recognize and unravel. What was once deeply hidden has now come fully to light, and the process of reclaiming your assets has already begun. Federal authorities are now executing asset forfeiture protocols against property acquired with your stolen resources. Luxury real estate, investment portfolios, business interests, and valuable personal property are all subject to ongoing legal action, with the ultimate goal of restoring them to their rightful owner, you. This process is unfolding with meticulous precision. As court orders are issued daily, federal marshals serve official notices, and properties are designated as subject to forfeiture claims, while accounts are frozen pending the resolution of ownership. The machinery of justice, slow to start but impossible to stop, is now fully mobilized on your behalf. While much of this takes place out of the public eye, its impact becomes increasingly visible. Sudden property listings at discounted prices, unexpected business sales, and abrupt changes in the lifestyles of prominent individuals all signal the intense pressure from ongoing forfeiture actions connected to your case. As this pressure mounts, be alert. Desperate countermeasures will emerge. Those facing exposure may try to contact you through unexpected channels. Former associates may suddenly reach out, and mutual acquaintances might suggest private settlements. These overtures are not genuine reconciliations, but are carefully calculated moves to minimize their losses at your expense. Powerful figures may admit to minor wrongdoing while hiding the true scale of their actions, pairing confessions with settlement offers that appear generous but amount to only a small fraction of what you stand to regain through official channels. Recognizing these tactics is your greatest defense. Each approach is a sign of their fear and your growing strength, not an act of goodwill. The wisest move is to remain patient as the federal process unfolds, knowing the system now serves your interests rather than theirs. By communicating with discipline and keeping details confidential, you demonstrate not passivity, but strategic wisdom. This is advice directly from those handling your case. Restricting discussion protects both the legal process and your ultimate financial recovery. Those who once controlled the narrative must now face your calm, measured silence, a silence that unsettles them more than any confrontation ever could. They expected you to react with emotional outbursts, public accusations, or any behavior they could use to paint you as unstable or unreliable. But your calm restraint has completely undermined their prepared defenses and forced them into uncertain territory, unable to rely on their rehearsed responses. This strategic silence is not a sign of inaction. Behind the scenes, powerful forces are advancing your interests with meticulous determination. Each day that passes without public spectacle gives investigators the space they need to secure more evidence, build stronger cases, and identify additional participants involved in the conspiracy to divert your resources. Your disciplined composure now only amplifies your future advantage. As the investigation digs deeper, the full accounting of your financial restoration continues to rise. Preliminary figures, already impressive, are being revised upward as more hidden assets and diverted resources are uncovered. What you first believed to be the total was just the visible surface. The complete sum is coming to light as investigators gain access to restricted records, secret accounts, and concealed properties. Special provisions have been set aside for victims of complex financial crimes, including tax advantages, structured settlements, and protected status for recovered assets. These legal mechanisms are designed to maximize the effective value of your restoration, offering added security against any future attempts to separate you from your resources. Federal programs tailored for cases just like yours are in place to guarantee the best possible outcome. And specialized advisors chosen for their experience with complex recoveries will reach out through official channels to explain these benefits and guide you in making the best choices for your unique situation. Their expert support will help you navigate this newfound wealth, ensuring you receive the full value of what's rightfully yours. As the story unfolds, keep an informed eye on the news. Reports of financial scandals and regulatory actions involving well-known individuals are directly connected to your case. What the public sees as isolated incidents are actually pieces of a coordinated enforcement effort arising from the same investigation that exposed the diversion of your resources. Those facing indictment, entertainment personalities, business moguls, political players, share one common link. Though it's hidden from public records, it is clear in the confidential files. Their involvement in the network that profited from your diverted assets. Their public downfall is both a form of justice and a warning to anyone else who may have been tempted to follow their path. Notice the patterns: similar charges, overlapping timelines, and recurring financial institutions. All signs of a deliberate effort to dismantle the entire system that enabled the theft. Each new charge strengthens the overall case and increases pressure on those still hiding in the shadows. With substantial resources returning to your control, preparation is crucial. This is wealth of a magnitude that demands strategic management beyond standard financial planning. Such abundance requires specialized knowledge, unique regulations, and opportunities only accessible to those who understand this level of asset administration. Trust your intuition as you sort out authentic guidance from opportunists. Legitimate advisors will approach you through secure, verified channels, emphasizing structure and long-term security over quick gains. This restoration is far more than simple compensation. It is a cosmic correction, the universe's way of setting right the deliberate interference that once blocked your destined flow. The wealth returning to you is a sign of your true alignment. Resources finally moving as they were always meant to, laying the foundation for the greater purpose you were meant to fulfill. A purpose that was once hindered by artificial limitation. Ultimately, this financial restoration is the outward sign of a profound universal realignment. What you see as recovered assets is also, at a deeper level, the restoration of your energetic birthright, long diverted, now finally redirected to its rightful place. The physical currency returning to your hands is the material proof of a cosmic rebalancing taking place beyond ordinary sight. Those who masterminded this diversion always recognized something remarkable in you, something powerful enough that they orchestrated complex schemes solely to suppress your potential. Their elaborate strategies were not used on just anyone. They reserved them for you, someone whose potential they desperately feared and sought to contain. They detected a power within you, perhaps before you even recognized it yourself. One so extraordinary it demanded extreme measures to block. The sheer scale and sophistication of their operations reveal the depth of their fear and the magnitude of your own strength, marking you as someone destined for far more than ordinary circumstances. They once believed they could contain your potential through relentless material restriction, building systems and barriers to keep you from accessing the very resources meant to empower your destiny. Yet their web of control is unraveling, not due to random misfortune, but through precise, almost miraculous cosmic timing. This collapse of their apparatus occurs in perfect alignment with your soul's readiness, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, to both receive this abundance and wield it with the wisdom that comes only from hard-won experience. The return of these resources to you is not accidental. It is a synchronistic event, a deliberate intersection of spiritual development and material restoration. As you have grown, endured, and learned, the universe itself has been recalibrating, orchestrating the perfect moment for these blessings to flow back into your life. Now, as those artificial restrictions dissolve, what appears outwardly as a series of mundane legal steps, federal investigations, court orders, financial recoveries, is in truth the visible face of a much deeper unseen intervention. Celestial mechanics operate with an intelligence far beyond our comprehension. The stars, the timing, the cosmic rhythms all converge to restore your birthright at exactly the moment you are able to hold, direct, and amplify its impact in alignment with your highest calling. Each legal document, each investigative report, each asset frozen or account reclaimed is not merely a bureaucratic process, but an act of cosmic justice. It is as if ancient universal forces, dormant for generations, have been awakened specifically to shatter the barriers that once blocked your path, and now channel your energy and intent into a new era of possibility. The people now working on your behalf, investigators, attorneys, government agents, may see themselves as simply performing their duty, but in reality, they have become vessels for a much higher purpose. They are unwitting instruments of a universal rebalancing, executing cosmic judgment through human institutions. Every step taken, every decision made in your case is a thread in a tapestry woven by both earthly hands and unseen forces. Notice how these processes intensify in perfect sync with the global transformations happening all around us. As old systems break down and humanity faces unprecedented change, your resources are returned at the precise moment when their power can serve not just you, but a broader mission. This timing is too precise to be dismissed as chance. Your restoration is a calculated universal intervention, ensuring that your participation and leadership become possible during a critical turning point for humanity as a whole. You are not being elevated merely for your personal comfort or satisfaction, but to enable actions, influences, and transformations that would have been impossible under the weight of forced limitation. The financial power now returning to your hands is a tool, a key unlocking doors to opportunities, influence, and impact that were once out of reach. The barriers that limited you were never random. They were built to prevent you from stepping into this expanded reality. Now, as you stand on the threshold of restoration, the universe invites you to recognize the true scope of your responsibility. Understand, the resources flowing back to you are not meant for trivial consumption, fleeting pleasures, or careless display. This restoration is about strategic deployment. It is about aligning your abundance with your life's purpose and the cosmic intentions that have guided you to this moment. The universe is not merely paying you back for past wrongs. It is empowering you for a role, a mission, a service that only you can perform during this crucial time. Your unique energy, wisdom, and perspective, shaped by all you have endured, combine with these resources to create something entirely new and urgently needed for the collective good. This isn't just about having more. It's about becoming more capable, more impactful, more connected to the flow of life and purpose that runs through everything. Every choice you make, every dollar or opportunity that now returns, carries consequences and significance extending far beyond your personal experience. Strategic discernment is needed. This is not the time for impulsive action or decisions based solely on short-term gain. Your intuition, now sharpened by adversity and spiritual growth, is your greatest asset. Listen closely to that inner wisdom, for it will guide you in recognizing the right opportunities, the right people, and the right moments to act. Let your decisions be informed by a vision that sees beyond immediate gratification and instead considers the long-term ripple effects on your life, your community, and the world at large. As your external circumstances expand, so too must your internal awareness. The magnitude of wealth and influence returning to you demands a corresponding expansion of consciousness. To truly steward this abundance, you must approach it with a new mindset, one of service, vision, and humility. The wealth you reclaim will be most effective when directed by higher perception, guided by insights that transcend conventional thinking. Develop receptivity to guidance that arises not only from advisors or mentors, but also from your own deep connection to the universe, your higher self, and the wisdom of those who came before you. You are stepping into a flow of knowledge and power that is both ancient and fresh, one that requires you to see with new eyes and act with boldness and care. The timing of your restoration is no accident. It perfectly mirrors the instability and change sweeping across the world. As established systems falter and new paradigms emerge, your ability to act on a large scale, to intervene, support, build, or uplift, becomes not just a personal opportunity, but a cosmic responsibility. The planetary energies, astrological alignments, and collective consciousness shifts have aligned to create an environment ripe for transformation, and your empowerment is a part of that. These moments, rare in the sweep of history, offer you the leverage to create lasting, meaningful change, not only for yourself, but for all those your life touches. Those who worked so hard to block you understood the stakes. Their efforts to separate you from your resources reveal a profound awareness of what could happen if your power and means ever united at such a decisive moment. Now, as the defensive patterns and survival strategies you learned under scarcity become outdated, you are called to recalibrate your entire way of operating. No longer must you pour energy into self-protection and limitation. Instead, you are invited to direct your focus toward expansion, creativity, and contribution. Release the vigilance of the past and step forward with the confidence that comes from alignment with both material and spiritual abundance. As these federal and legal processes reach their conclusion, your role shifts from survivor to visionary. Let the details of legal justice unfold as they will, while you turn your attention to the far greater work ahead, the work of utilizing your resources to fulfill your soul's purpose. The restoration you experience is not only a return of what was taken, but an activation of capability, an opening of new paths, and an invitation to participate fully in the unfolding of a new chapter for humanity. Those who watch over this process from elevated states of consciousness understand your significance, even if the world does not. Their influence may appear as a stroke of luck, a timely breakthrough, or a coincidental turn of events, but it is all part of the subtle, benevolent guidance propelling you forward. Now, as these assets flow back into your life, recognize that they carry a different energy, a higher potential in your hands than they ever held while trapped in the schemes of those who tried to control you. Through your unique energy, perspective, and intention, this wealth becomes a catalyst, activating capacities that lay dormant for so long. What was misused and hidden is now transformed into a force for good, growth, and collective advancement. You are being entrusted with more because you have become more. And as you step into this expanded role, the universe stands with you, guiding, empowering, and celebrating your arrival at a destiny only you could fulfill. That's all for today. Dear Father, I pray for the growth of my faith. Help me trust you even when physical evidence is lacking. Let me believe in your perpetual presence, knowing you will never harm me. I understand that your thoughts for me are thoughts of prosperity and not harm, to give me a good future. Thank you, gracious and eternal Father, for always listening to my voice. I offer up this prayer to you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for your love and provision. I am grateful for your presence in my life and the abundance you bring. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need to hear this message. Leave a comment below about your journey and how you are preparing for your own triumphant return. If you'd like to support our work, please consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. This helps us continually improve our content to offer you the best. The link to Buy Me a Coffee is in the description. No gift is too small. Whether it's a penny, a prayer, or a share, your generosity helps spread God's word and brings hope to others. Don't stop here. Watch our next video for powerful revelations about the signs that reveal you are the chosen one. We've enjoyed following this spiritual journey with you. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Keep shining brightly and embrace your destiny with courage. See you next time. Blessings to all the beautiful souls from the